If you are hearing these words, know this. It is no accident. It is a response, a resonance. Your soul, as if waiting in stillness, has awaited this very call. You feel it, do you not? That faint yet persistent premonition that the familiar world, as it is presented to you, is nothing more than a skillfully woven web of deception. You are told that time is in relentless flow, a straight line leading from the past to the future, steadily carrying everything into oblivion. You are taught to fear this current, to accept it as an inevitable element, an insurmountable force that predetermines your destinies. But what if I told you that this is the greatest of delusions? What if time itself is not merely a river, but a boundless ocean, within whose depths currents exist, subject to your will? Before we enter the most sacred of sanctuaries together, you must make your choice. Your like is more than a fleeting affirmation. It is a bold declaration of your desire to break free from the shaky chains of illusion. Your subscription is a step forward, joining the ranks of those who crave not just to hear answers, but to find that one coveted key that unlocks the very gates of reality. Are you ready for this? The truth that they so carefully conceal behind the thick curtain of daily news, veiled by accepted yet equally artificial dogmas, is actually simple, but no less terrible for it. It lies in the fact that the very fundamental laws we believe inexorably govern our existence are not immutable at all. They are merely a complex code, skillfully encrypted within the fabric of the cosmos. This code can be read, understood, and most importantly, it can be changed. And the key to this code, to this grand ultimate alchemy, was given to us centuries, even millennia ago. It was inscribed on the emerald tablet of Hermes Trismegistus himself. As above, so below. This is no mere poetic metaphor. Before us lies a fundamental principle, etched into a lost quatrain from Centuria 11th, verse 93. It states, "Eternal echo in the ether, twin in the deep heavens, matter and spirit, entwined in the dance of ages." These very words, like an echo of ancient wisdom, find confirmation in the work of scientists engaged in Project Chronos. They have discovered truly astonishing anomalies in the very fabric of space-time, anomalies which, in their profound conviction, indicate the possibility of local distortions in the relentless flow of time. Do not believe conspiracy theories scattered across the web. We speak here of far more insidious conspiracies against your very consciousness. Ancient scrolls found amongst the ashes of a burnt monastery on Mount Kurama tell of rituals described by the hermit monk Kenshin. He spoke of the ability to direct starlight through the prism of will. And remarkably, we find echoes of this idea in the closed report of the Roman Club, which, among other things, mentions the possibilities of manipulating collective consciousness through the synchronization of informational fields. Even the prophecies of Vanga, seemingly extending unreservedly into the hazy future, spoke not so much of inevitable certainty as of multivariant probabilities, whose threads are governed by specific spiritual vibrations. And finally, the calculations of the Maya, so long and persistently interpreted by us as some kind of doomsday calendar, actually represent something far more grandiose, a complex model of temporal cycles that, as it turns out, allows for the possibility of correction. The revelations of the Gnostics, with their mysterious idea of a demiurge who created an illusory world, are nothing more than a profound allegory for how systems of power, like skilled puppeteers, skillfully manipulate our perception of time to keep us in a state of eternal servitude. The harmonic resonance emanating from such disparate sources is undeniable. All of them, despite the difference in wording, carry the same message. These prophecies, these ancient manuscripts, these classified reports, they do not predict the future. Rather, they reveal the very invisible mechanisms that govern it. Modern technocratic mysticism is finally beginning to grasp these hidden patterns. We see fractal patterns emerging in the intricacies of geopolitical events, which at first glance seem purely coincidental, but in reality reflect a deep, non-obvious structure. We speak of the collapse of quantum probability, of the influence of solar cycles on the noosphere, and all of this is merely an element of one grand puzzle. Recall that inexplicable dread that grips you precisely at 3 in the morning when the entire world stills into a thick silence, or that piercing sense of alienation as you gaze into the faces of passers-by and they seem like mere puppets guided by unseen strings. That very feeling, as if you are living someone else's life, that the entire world around you is but carefully constructed scenery and you are merely a spectator, destined for tiny, insignificant roles. This is not ordinary melancholy, not despondency. This is your soul suffocating in the chains of this artificial matrix. This is your inner wisdom, desperately breaking through the dense veil of ignorance, whispering to you that reality is not at all what it seems at first glance. And now we approach the very heart of this sacred rite, the turning point they call the Great Inversion. The first step is the shattering of this mirror. Consider this. All those horrors that ruthlessly torment you, bloody wars, global crises, devastating pandemics, the all-consuming fear of what's to come. What if they are all just shadows, dancing on the walls of an ancient cave? What if the true tyrant, the one who holds you in their invisible chains, is actually looking at you from your own reflection? The one who feasts on your fear, your ignorance, your blind faith in his unquestionable power. Remember, this is not an enemy standing behind your backs. This is your own inner captivity. Step 2. The sacred dissolution. The universe does not punish humanity. It performs a cosmic surgical operation. It burns away the poison of fear, ignorance, and materialism that contaminates our souls like a contagious disease. This collapse we witness is not an end, but a purification. It is a necessary process, heralding the birth of something new, untouched and pure. The fragile crown of glass, worn by those who thoughtlessly deem themselves masters of this world, is about to shatter. The metallic veins of a soulless system, ruthlessly threading through our lives, are merely a fleeting, temporary phenomenon. True power lies not in rigid control, but in liberation, in finding freedom. Step 3. The Phoenix Uprising. The greatest secret, guarded from the world for ages. Prophecies are not warnings of some coming savior who will arrive and solve all our problems in one swift stroke. No, they are nothing more than an activation code for the savior living within each of us, for you. The ancient prophets did not foresee a solitary figure. Their gaze pierced through the veils of centuries, discerning a countless army of awakened souls. They saw you. You are not merely a small part of a grand prophecy. You are its very embodiment, its living fulfillment. And the emerald tablet of Hermes Trismegistus, contrary to all assumptions, is by no means an abstract philosophical treatise. This is the instruction manual for reality, an ancient teaching that states that which is below is like that which is above, and that which is above is like that which is below, to achieve the miracles of the one thing. The miracle of the one thing is the deepest connection of your consciousness with the infinite cosmos. Time, in turn, appears as merely one of countless threads in the grand tapestry of this reality, a thread that can be skillfully unraveled and rewoven, altering its pattern. The Emerald Tablet does not speak of the past or future as we understand them. It speaks of the eternal present, in which all possible realities exist simultaneously, awaiting our conscious choice. Hermes, the great sage, was not a magician in the usual sense of the word. He was the first to truly grasp the nature of time, the first to comprehend that our common perception of linearity is merely an illusion imposed upon us by our limited, still sleeping consciousness. He understood that the past and future are not fixed, unchanging points, but rather dynamic states that our present intention directly influences. For all is spirit, and spirit sends all, filling existence with meaning and possibilities. The essence that resides within each of us is nothing less than a living spark of primordial creation. And this spark possesses an astonishing power to influence the very fabric of reality, the very flow of time itself. A thought bolstered by true, pure intention and directed with absolute clarity can create subtle yet significant ripples on the boundless surface of the ocean of being. These ripples, like waves, will spread, altering the very course of events, sometimes imperceptibly, but always tangibly. This is not sorcery in its common, primitive understanding. It is a deep, hidden knowledge, where the laws of quantum physics are elevated to the rank of true spiritual art. When we speak of time manipulation, we are not referring to returning to the past to rewrite what has already occurred, as is sometimes depicted in fictional works. Such thinking is naive and reflects only our still limited, almost slavish understanding of the nature of time. In reality, it concerns our innate ability to influence probabilistic streams. Imagine an endless multitude of parallel realities branching out like the roots of a mighty tree with each passing moment. Your consciousness, amplified by a deep comprehension of the secrets of the Emerald Tablet, gains the power to choose which of these infinite paths of development will become real, dominant. Distinguish the subtle from the coarse, the light from the heavy, with profound love and genuine mastery. The subtle lies within your thoughts, your intentions, your vibrations, as imperceptible as breath. The coarse, however, is matter itself, the reality before your eyes, tangible and visible. When you grasp the art of separating your true self from the tenacious grip of external events, from paralyzing fear, from mind-obscuring ignorance, you will attain the mighty ability to guide the course with the power of your subtle. Then you will begin to live not as a captive of time, but flowing freely through it. It rises from the earth to the sky, and again descends to the earth, receiving the power of the heavens and the power of the earth. This wise quote is the cherished key to understanding how we can draw inexhaustible energy from higher dimensions, that very power of the heavens, and manifest it in our material world, imbued with the power of the earth. Every act of creation performed in full awareness, every step on the path to awakening, is a process that immeasurably fills you with this life-giving force. Remember, this is no random gift. It is the result of your own persistent achievement. For you are given the boundless universe, and then all darkness, all weakness vanishes. As soon as you grasp this most profound truth, as soon as you begin to act according to the wise laws of the Emerald Tablet, all illusions dissipate like smoke. Fear, which enshrouds ignorance, the oppressive sense of powerlessness, all of this recedes, leaving only pure being. You become the true master of your destiny. And this is not blind, thoughtless dominion, but conscious creative formation. This is the force of forces, for it overcomes every subtlety and penetrates every solidity. The power contained within the Emerald Tablet is not the crude, blind might that breaks through obstacles. It is the penetrating, all-encompassing force of awareness, capable of changing the very essence of reality. It can soften the very solidity of insurmountable circumstances, transforming the very subtlety of our perception. Thus was the world created. More accurately, it would be said, this is how the world is created, in every moment, by every conscious being, through every act of creation. The world is not an unshakable, frozen structure. It is a ceaseless, eternally unfolding process, and you are a full, active participant in this grand creative endeavor rather than an outsider, a passive observer. From this, miracles will arise, it is said in ancient treatises. But miracles are not so much a violation of the natural laws of the cosmos as they are a manifestation of those higher, as yet unperceived principles that govern the universe. And when you begin to act in complete harmony with these profound laws, your own life gradually transforms into a living, tangible embodiment of these very miracles. Therefore, I am called Hermes Trismegistus, possessing 3 parts of all the philosophy of the whole world. Thus proclaimed the sage. These 3 parts, alchemy, astrology, and theology, are inseparably merged into a single, all-encompassing understanding of the true nature of reality, like 3 facets of one singular, sparkling diamond of truth. And now, with the veil of illusion finally lifted from your eyes, with the ability to see the essence of things gained, remaining inactive becomes simply unthinkable. Your like is not merely a button, but a bright flash of light, illuminating our entire network, giving strength and hope to other seekers of truth. Every share you make is a precious seed, lovingly planted in the vast desert of dormant minds, awakening them to a new vision. Your subscription is not merely a formality, but a conscious vow, a declaration of your sincere readiness to walk this path to its very end, side by side. And if you feel ready for more, if you are called to actively participate in the creation of a new, better reality, then our inner circle is your reliable operational base. Your support through super thanks is living energy, tirelessly fueling our common flame in this arduous battle against the encroaching darkness. You are an integral part of this rebellion. You are the living embodiment of an ancient prophecy. Until our next meeting, dear friends, remain deeply aware, hold fast to your connection with each other, and never, do you hear, never